Hello, everyone. It is Shinobi here, and today I'm going to be calling Nintendo Live and asking them about questions to verify for the Nintendo Switch 2. But first, let me make sure my audio is alright. You might have to turn me up a bit, but I'm not sure. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm going to have to turn myself up a bit. Alright. Hopefully now it will work. Let's just check and see. Hopefully now it will. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to call Nintendo, and for obvious reasons, I'm going to state that this is just for documentary purposes and stuff like that. And I do not condone harassing Nintendo. You guys can say that I'm a Nintendo bootlicker. I don't give a damn. Just leave me the hell alone. Because what I'm doing, I'm at risk of a lot of stuff. I'm sticking my neck out just to help you guys with certain questions you may have on the Nintendo Switch. So if I get my channel taken down, then don't say that it's my fault. Well, I mean, it might be, but like, you get what I mean. Don't be a smartass or an asshole.
Hi, thank you for calling Nintendo. Invitations to purchase a Nintendo Switch 2 on My Nintendo Store began going out on May 8th. These invitations are being sent out in waves until all eligible registrants have an opportunity to purchase. If you didn't receive your invitation right away, don't worry, you're still in the invitation queue. Please note that consumer services cannot provide direct sale of the Nintendo Switch 2 or provide invitation eligibility information.
Para asistencia en español, oprima el número 9.
For any Nintendo Switch system or Nintendo account question, including troubleshooting and repairs, eShop and prepaid cards, billing and charges, or bans and login issues, press 1. For help with did you know support specialists can help you via text message?
That's never helpful.
Transfer this call into text message support if that is more convenient for you.
Hell no.
If you prefer to get support via text message, press 1. To continue to get help on the phone, press 2. Support specialists can help you faster if we have your system serial number. Please look at the bottom of your system near the power plug. You will see a white sticker with a barcode. On that same white sticker is your serial number, 3 letters beginning with X, followed by 11 numbers. If you have a Nintendo Switch with a built-in adjustable stand, fully open the stand and look under it to find your white barcode sticker. The system serial number can only be found on your system, not your dog or any accessory. To enter your system serial number, press 1. If you are not with your system or do not see the white sticker, press 2. To repeat these instructions, press 8. For troubleshooting and repairs, error codes, internet connection, or part orders, press 1. For help with your Nintendo account, including suspensions, bans, or profile and login settings, press 2. For download codes, prepaid cards, billing and charge issues, refund requests, or any other eShop purchase problem, press 3. For any Nintendo Switch Online question, press 4. To repeat this menu, for Nintendo Switch Online service renewal, cancellation, or refund, press 1. For Nintendo Switch Online service account management, including help with adding members to family plans, press 2. For any other Nintendo Switch Online service question, press 3. To repeat this menu, you will now be placed in line to speak to one of our specialists. Your call may be monitored and or recorded for quality assurance.
Alright, so for obvious reasons. What was this? Hello there, sir. My name is And I was wondering if I could ask a few questions about the Nintendo Switch 2. Alright, thank you. And I do want to let you know I am recording a documentary for educational purposes.
That's perfectly fine. That's perfect for Android devices right now. So yeah, I will do my best to give you the most accurate information and as much as I'm
All right.
able. So, Tom,
Yeah, let me just mute my mic real quick on my stream. That is correct. All right, so I have a few questions about the Nintendo Switch user agreement and stuff like that. So yeah, basically, I just want to get everything cleared up, just so I don't accidentally make a mistake and get my system bricked if I get one.
I got you. I feel you. Tell me, what questions you have about it?
All right, so one of my questions is, so I noticed they said they don't like modding, but does this include harmless mods? For example, are you allowed to modify certain character models like Link to make him look like his previous character variants from other consoles?
It's possible on a way by internally like on the game in order to make like previous skin, let's say from another game. That's what you're trying to say.
For example, what I mean is like non-competitive or financial cheats or mods. For example, like swapping certain models.
Like user modification devices. Um, well, basically here at Nintendo, we always recommend you to keep the console as clear, let's say, from any third-party application that might affect, let's say, um, but maybe answering that question, that modding, well, let's say, adding mods on a Nintendo Switch, if it's a Nintendo Switch 1 or Nintendo Switch 2, that could ban completely the actual system, and people gonna be able to access the eShop or basically to purchase new stuff from the eShop. The console, there might be other routes to have it affordable. We don't recommend you to actually use our Nintendo products in that way, but because well, mainly that well, if you don't that, basically that will prevent that ban from happening.
Okay, so basically, it's like the reason why is for like a safety and security issue. All right,
Mainly that's
so
mainly the reason.
yeah, basically, taking precaution. I mean, like I know people are always like skeptical about Nintendo's copyright policy, but they have the right to protect their intellectual property, especially with all these weird things that people are posting, like Super Mario Logan and SMG4.
Well, yeah, that's a good example. For how it is, well, social media in general, and for how open basically it's technology nowadays for everybody. You know, anybody can just take basically any character and kind of their own stuff. But yeah, mainly the copyright.
have under characters, let's say, in order to use that content or generate some profit, that's when it might be dangerous, at some point for the person that is using those rights because, legal purposes. But yeah,
Yeah.
mainly regarding the user agreements, also, we always recommend you to keep them as clean as possible. You know what I'm trying to say? But yes, because well, that will prevent basically the console or the Nintendo account get banned completely from the
I see. But like, what I'm another thing I'll say is I sort of agree with Nintendo's stance, but like the way I see it is as long as you're not profiting off of them or stealing their content or spreading false information, I don't think there should be a problem. Like for example, if you just made like a short little skit.
That's a good conclusion. Definitely. But at the point, and as far as I'm sharing, yes, prevent basically any permanent ban because yes, that could happen.
Yeah.
Have basically kind of access. There is like third-party applications download that can maybe violate those terms. And yes, just for that reason, I'm still on the security. It's very well secure without database, but that's basically in order to prevent copyright, the misuse basically
Yeah. All right. So next question about about the Switch 2. If I own a game, for example, if I own a game sort of like Mario or Pokemon or something like that, am I do I own that game and I'm allowed to use it? Like for example, like am I allowed to emulate games that I own?
but just to understand correctly the question, you mean you're able to play games from the uh, you can able, yeah, just to confirm the question. Uh, what kind of games specifically are you planning to play? Just to get some examples.
All right. So for example, if I bought a 3DS game or a Nintendo Switch game, uh, and I put it on my PC or something like that, will there be a problem? Because I did buy the game outright and fairly.
No, I understand the question. Maybe that because in order to answer the question, see it in this way. In order to modify, let's say, internal sorry, in order to access any additional or any additional content from a console, let's say, that is not capable of, yeah, because well, so far, an example on the Nintendo Switch 2, you will be able to emulate the GameCube games. So far, thanks to the Nintendo Switch Online membership. So far, sadly, we don't have well, the news regarding video games or let's say other consoles games besides the games on the console. In order to make the Nintendo Switch 2 emulate those games, it will be required to modifications internally on the console. Maybe as you mentioned, connecting the console to a computer in order to add some additional stuff in order to make it read the game. So on your end, obviously you will be good because you obviously purchase the game, but in that case you will require then the console that you purchased the game from in order to don't violate basically
Okay, so I think I understand now.
Mainly, that's mainly, as I said, in order to prevent that console, gets banned. Imagine, having a brand new Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm sure that there will be other routes. Probably basically the console gets completely banned, but they're missing basically all the good stuff that we're about to, Nintendo Switch 2. If the console gets banned, it will lose access completely to, let's say, download something from the eShop, or do the process after purchasing basically some games from the eShop, where you had your Nintendo account on that system, then if you hack it or add something to remote the system, if your account, your Nintendo account, gets banned, you'll be losing everything that the account has had before.
That makes sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to what I'm trying to do is if there's a game that I purchased before in the past, such as Yokai Watch or Pokemon X, and if I put it on my computer, I'm not gonna put a game on my computer that I don't own. This is how I do it. I don't put ROMs on my computer unless if I played that game and bought it outright.
Oh, I feel you. Sorry, because I didn't got very well the question. I thought that you was planning to play the game on the Nintendo Switch 2, that one, but well, if it's to play it on the computer, mainly speaking about the TDS games, well, the Nintendo Store actually closed a while ago. In order to access to that content, either the eShop is currently open, mainly because there was probably a lot of these kind of situations with yes back then of hacking it.
Okay.
And yes, after well, in that case, answering your question, that was just a little bit of context, and I'm sorry. But answering your question, once you purchase the game, you can basically use it on any console. But if you're planning to use that game on a new console, like the Switch 1 or 2, that could bring, let's say, additional
Okay.
bad stuff, or there could be more worrying things that could happen to your account or the console than just playing it on a computer actually.
All right. Well,
That makes sense.
well, yeah, and also I get that and stuff, and I don't plan on pirating any of the games. Basically what I'm trying to do is preserve Nintendo's legacy so that way it doesn't get forgotten without resorting to piracy.
So yeah, because mainly, well, and I understand completely what you're saying. Sorry if I sounded rude or something, but
Oh no, you weren't.
no, yeah, mainly that's a good way to prevent things actually for yourself. But yes, on this, if you're not using, let's say, those games in the future, it will look great, but that's another thing. If that is not online, it will be really difficult for them to try. But yes, mainly for those other games, it should be good, no problem. Just leave them for yourself, but besides that, speaking about newest consoles, there is a lot of more issues that come, let's say, making backups from those games on computers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna pirate any games. Basically, this is how it goes. I'm gonna buy the games and I'm gonna play them legally. And if I and I'll make sure that I will not modify it in any way that gives any exploitation.
No, but at this point, well, based on our content rights policies, well, we'll always do our best. Well, speaking
Yeah.
more about customer service representative, for how the work is nowadays, everything is very expensive.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning to get my negotiation next year.
Yeah.
I need to save some, but yes, at this point, well, we're just very excited, for what's coming after having launching and also, everybody is very hype about what's coming. Yeah, but yeah, so far with the specs and well, also with the new Nintendo GameCube controller, I really like to talk about it because GameCube it's definitely my favorite console ever. So
It's my favorite home console.
Yeah, it's my favorite home console, right? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how it started. And
I actually have one in my room with Melee.
it's good that we will have actually, this nostalgic controller back, and that will be wireless, but it will be just exclusive for the Nintendo Switch 2, actually.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, let's see.
Alright, next question I have is, will this be a region lock system? For example, if I play a game that's only being sold in Japan, will I be allowed to use it with a US Switch?
That's a really good question. Let's say, well, everything that is region locked, well, yes, it will be based on the Nintendo account retention. Let's say, in Japan, and if you change the region, or if you want to be in Japan, and if you want to change the region at that moment, yeah, it will be possible, absolutely, to download those games and come back to the US.
Nice.
You will be still having access to those games with no problem. And they will be saved basically right there in the library. Load them as a default game. As well, that's also a good thing. It makes it easier for you to purchase the movies, download that game in Japan, and come back to the US with a brand that want to play that game. So that's an easy way to share it, making sure that the game will go back automatically the 14 days after that.
Alright, sounds pretty good. And that's pretty much all the questions I have. And if you want to check out my channel, it's Magic Shinobi or Shinobi Studios on YouTube. It has a blue ninja icon.
Shinobi Studios.
Yeah, or Magic Shinobi, like whichever comes first. Like I suggest searching Magic Shinobi first because that's how common it goes. But I tried to change it back to Shinobi Studios, but like most people just know me as Magic Shinobi for some reason. Yeah, but they don't know your name. I muted myself before that happened to protect your privacy.
Oh, good. Thank you.
No problem.
Good, that I'm having actually this voice now, and well, nice to meet you. Hi, chat. I don't know if you have maybe questions, Steven.
Well, there's nobody even watching, but I'm hoping this video will clear Nintendo's name, and the stream is called Interviewing Nintendo with a question mark.
Oh, really? Well, I hope I was pretty understandable actually on the scale from 1 to 10 how good I was.
I mean, like they might have trouble. They might have had trouble hearing even though you're on speaker. However, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a problem because, like, yeah.
Alrighty, I got you. No worries. I will let you go. For me, it's been a pleasure, sharing this information through the work. And at this point, I'm not taking more of your time now. I just want to say thank you, for calling Nintendo. And if you need some help, some additional help, let's say with an Nintendo Switch or some additional questions, please give us a call back. Hopefully, you'll get somebody else,
Yeah.
as helpful as me.
All right.
I'm not taking much of your time. I will say bye to the chat and thank you so much for joining me.
All right, you take care. I do hope we meet someday because you seem like a really cool dude.
Well, thank you. Nice to meet you. It's been a pleasure. Life goes on. Life
Yeah.
do a lot of. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
We live in a circle of work.
All right. Well, you take care, man.
Good luck with your journey on life, and thank you so much.
All right. See ya. Alright, so there you guys have it. So now you guys can stop harassing Nintendo so much. I am, and to all these people that have harassed Nintendo, I am very, very fucking disappointed in you guys. I am so fucking disappointed in you. Either way, for those who watch the stream anyway, thank you. And I hope this opened everyone's eyes. So